Hola! Hello, welcome to our Spanish lesson today. First of all, you're going to be needing some equipment to help you with your learning today. You're going to need some paper to write on and a pen or a pencil to write with. So if you don't have these things in front of you, just pause the video, pop and get them, and then press play again when you're ready to continue. Now, we're starting a new unit today. We're going to be starting looking at the months of the year. So, today we're going to be practicing saying those 12 months and also using them to help say your birthday using our numbers from 1 to 31 and also a month. To start us off, here's a poem. It's a poem all about the months of the year. First of all, I'm going to read it to you. What I'd like you to do is just to follow the words. Mayo, julio, enero, agosto, septiembre, noviembre, junio, febrero, marzo, abril. Nos faltan dos, octubre y diciembre. ¿Sabes decir los meses del año? Let's read it again. Just follow the words. Mayo, julio, enero, agosto, septiembre, noviembre, junio, febrero, marzo, abril. Nos faltan dos, octubre y diciembre. ¿Sabes decir los meses del año? How did you get on? Did you spot some words that you think you might recognize? Did you notice also that the lines of the poem are all different lengths? That's because they're in a form called cinquain, and cinquains have two syllables in the first line, four in the second line, six in the next line, eight in the longest line, and then two syllables again in the last line of a verse. Now, all 12 of the months are hiding inside the poem. Let's read it one more time, see if you can spot some of them. Mayo, julio, enero, agosto, septiembre, noviembre, junio, febrero, marzo, abril. Nos faltan dos, octubre y diciembre. ¿Sabes decir los meses del año? You think you've got some more now? So the question at the end, ¿sabes decir los meses del año? Do you know how to say the months of the year? So now it's going to be over to you to see how many of those months you have spotted. So on your piece of paper, what I would like you to do is to write down the months in English, which you can see there, and then have a go looking at the poem and writing the correct Spanish month next to the correct English month. So pause the video while you have a go at that and then press play again when you want to see the answers. How did you get on? Do you think you found them all? Let's have a look. So those are the months there all in order. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Did you notice that most of the months are very similar to English? Have you noticed also that the months in Spanish do not have capital letters? They don't count as proper nouns. The only time that you'll have a capital letter on a month is if it's at the beginning of a sentence. So just check your writing now and make sure you haven't put any capital letters on those Spanish months. So here are those months again in their order, and I've highlighted in green those sounds that we need to be careful of when we say these months. So first of all, in marzo, the word for March, the Z makes a th sound, marzo. Then June and July both begin with a J, and in Spanish, a J makes a ch sound. So we have to say junio and julio. Junio and julio. Have you noticed that those two months are only one letter different in Spanish? We have to say them very carefully so that we can hear the difference between them. Then down at the bottom, the word for November is noviembre, as we know that a V makes a B sound, noviembre. And finally, diciembre, the word for December. Remember that a C and an I makes a th sound, diciembre. So with those things in mind, let's have a go at saying our 12 months. And I've just put them in alternate colours there to help you see the difference between them. Escuchad y repetid. Enero, enero, febrero, febrero, marzo, marzo, abril, abril, enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, mayo, junio, junio, julio, julio, agosto, agosto, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, septiembre, octubre, octubre, noviembre, noviembre, diciembre, diciembre, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Escuchad y repetid. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Let's try and say them all of us all together now. Are you ready? Here we go. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. How did you get on? Let's try it again. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. That was even better. Once more for luck. Are you ready? Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Well done. Now, have you wondered where the names of the months come from? Because we've spotted, haven't we, that English and Spanish are often very similar, so they come from the same root. They actually all come from Latin. So the word enero and January, and actually they do come from the same place, those two words, even though they look a bit different. They come from the Roman god Janus. And Janus was the god of new beginnings. And he is often pictured, like you can see here, with one face looking forward and one face looking back. So it's a really good fit for January because he looks forward into the new year and backwards into the old year. The next one, February or febrero, is named after a Roman festival, Februa. And March or Marzo is named after Mars, the Roman god of war. And you can see a mock up, a picture of him there. And actually, March, Marzo, was the first month in the old Roman calendar? April, or abril, comes from the Latin verb aperire, and aperire means to open. Can you think of a reason why the verb to open is a good one to have for April? That's right, it's for the springtime, isn't it? When all the buds on the flowers and the trees open up. The next one, May or Mayo, is named after Maya, who was the Roman goddess of the earth. And June, or Junio, is another one named after a Roman goddess, this time named after Juno. And Juno was the queen of all the Roman gods, and she was actually the wife of Jupiter, who was the king of all the Roman gods. Now, July, or Julio, isn't named after a Roman god or goddess, but actually named after a real life person. It's named after Julius Caesar. So Julius Caesar was born in 100 BC and was assassinated in 44 BC. And because he was such an important emperor, they decided to give his name to one of the months. Similarly, August, agosto, is named after another emperor, is named after Augustus Caesar. And he was also known as Octavian. And if you think about it, Octavian has a link with the number ocho, with words that have octo in, like octopus, which means eight, which is quite appropriate for August, which is the eighth month. So Augustus Caesar gave his name to August. Now, September, septiembre, is named after the Latin number septem, and septem is the Latin word for the number 7. But which month is September? Is it the seventh one? It's not, is it? It's actually the ninth month, and yet it's named after the Latin word for 7. The reason for this is that I said before that March was the first month in the old Roman calendar, because that's apparently when the army started off all its campaigns and all its battles again. It was only later on that they added in January and February, which meant that all the others got moved down 2 positions. So the seventh month then became the ninth month. Similarly, October, octubre, is named after octo, which is the Latin word for the number 8. But of course, now it's the 10th month because January and February were added later on. November, or noviembre, is named after novem, which is the Latin word for the number 9, but of course now it's the 11th month. And finally, December, diciembre, is named after decem, which was the Latin word for the number 10, because it used to be the 10th month, but now, of course, it's the 12th month. Let's have another go at saying those months through together. Are you ready? Here we go. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Well done. So let's try a little bit of listening. So pause the video and number 1 to 7 on your paper, and then press play when you're ready to listen. So I'm going to say a month in English, and what you need to do is to have a look at the signs that the superheroes are holding and see which letter that month is. So, for example, if I said December, you can see that letter A is diciembre, and so you would write down letter A as your answer. Are you ready then? Here's number 1. So, number 1, June. June. So, number 1, June. Number 2, November. November. Okay, number 2, November. Remember, you can pause the video at any time if you want a bit more time to look for the months. Number 3, January. Number 3, January. Number 3, January. Number 4, September. Number 4, September. Okay, so number 4 is September. Number 5, December. Number 5, December. Number 6, March. So number 6, March. Yeah, number 6 is March. And finally, number 7, February. Number 7, February. Okay, so number 7 is February. Right then, let's have a look and see if you've got the right months matched up. So number 1, June, goes with letter C, Julio. Number 2, November, is letter D, Noviembre. Then number 3, January, the one that's least like English, is letter E, Enero. Number 4, September, is letter G, Septiembre. Number 5, December, goes with A, Diciembre. Number 6, March, goes with letter F, Marzo. And finally, number 7, February, of course, is letter B, Febrero. How did you get on? Did you spot them all? Well done. Now, I've swapped our months for something a little bit different. You'll notice that they all have numbers with them this time. And that actually makes dates because we've got number of month. For example, 22nd of February. So this time you're going to be listening and seeing if you can spot not only the month but also the day, the number as well. So quickly pause the video number 1 to 7 again and press play when you're ready to listen. Right then, so number 1, which letter is the 30th of October? The 30th of October. Again, remember you can pause the video at any time to give you some more time to look. So number 1, the 30th of October. Number 2, the 20th of August. The 20th of August. So number 2, the 20th of August. Number 3, the 12th of July. The 12th of July. So which letter is the 12th of July? Number 4, the 3rd of April. The 3rd of April. Okay, number 4, the 3rd of April. Number 5, the 1st of March. The 1st of March. Okay, so number 5, the 1st of March. Number 6, the 10th of May. The 10th of May. Okay, so number 6, the 10th of May. And number 7, the 15th of January. The 15th of January. Okay, number 7, the 15th of January. Right, let's have a look at the answers to those ones. So number 1, the 30th of October. Did you spot that that was letter D, 30 de octubre? Then number 2 was the 20th of August. Which letter is the 20th of August? Letter B, 20 de agosto. Then number 3, the 12th of July. Which one says the 12th of July? That's right, letter A, 12 de julio. And number 4 was the 3rd of April. Which one says the 3rd of April? Letter E, 3 de abril. And number 5 was the 1st of March. Which one says the 1st of March? That's right, letter G, 1 de marzo. And number 6, the 10th of May. 10th of May is letter F, 10 de mayo. And number 7, 15th of January is letter C, 15 de enero. So, how did you get on? Did you find it more useful to look at the months or at the numbers, which of course you know a little bit better? So you've seen how to put some dates together then by having the number, then the word de, and then the months on the end. And what we're going to do is to build those into a sentence by adding something onto the front. So if you have a look over at the right hand side there of this sentence builder, we're going to look at how to say, my birthday is the, and then the number of your birthday, then the day, and then the month. Have you noticed, by the way, that when you do a date, a birthday in this case, you don't need what are called the ordinal numbers, so first, second, third, fourth, and so on, that we use in English. You just use the ordinary, what's called cardinal number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we already know those. We know them all the way up to 39. But for dates, of course, you only need up to 31 because the biggest months have 31 days. So let's have a little practice of the bits of this sentence builder that we don't already know. Escuchad y repetid. Mi cumpleaños es. Mi cumpleaños es. Mi cumpleaños es. Mi cumpleaños es. El, el, de, de. So if you're putting together a sentence about your birthday, you would start off with mi cumpleaños es, my birthday is, then el for the, then you pick your number, then de for of, and then finally the month on the end. So how would we say, for example, my birthday is the 12th of March? My birthday is the 12th of March. Have a go at pointing to the bits of the sentence builder that you're going to need. My birthday is the 12th of March. You think you found them? Let's have a look. Mi cumpleaños es el 12 de marzo. Mi cumpleaños es el 12 de marzo. Well done. Let's see if we can find another one. My birthday is the 19th of August. Which words would we need for that? My birthday is the 19th of August. Point to the words you're going to need. My birthday is the 19th of August. So, mi cumpleaños es el 19 de agosto. My birthday is the 19th of August. And what about my birthday is the 27th of February? My birthday is the 27th of February. Have you found the words that we'll need for that one? Mi cumpleaños es el 27 de febrero. And let's have a try of one more. My birthday is the 1st of December. My birthday is the 1st of December. Have you pointed to the words that we need? Let's have a look. Mi cumpleaños es el. Oh, but then there's two different words for first. You can use either of these. You can either use uno for the number one, or the first is the only one that has its own special word. Primero means first. So you can use either. Mi cumpleaños es el uno or el primero de diciembre. Well done. Now, what I would like you to do is to write the sentence on your piece of paper for your own birthday. So pause the video now and write the sentence for your birthday. How did you get on? Hopefully, you've got a sentence that looks a bit like this. It'll start off with mi cumpleaños es, my birthday is. Then it'll have el then a number, then de, and then a month. So just check that your sentence about your birthday has all those bits. My birthday is the, then the number, then de, and then your month. Now, here are some sentences about birthdays. However, these sentences have got some extra words in them. So, what I'd like you to do is to pause the video and see if you can find the words that are extra in these sentences. So, pause the video now and press play again when you're ready to check. Let's have a look. So, that first sentence, which word do we not need there? That's right, that one. The word for abacus, we don't need that in a sentence about a birthday. And number two, which word is extra in number two there? Have you spotted it? That's right, the word flor. We don't need a word for flower in a birthday sentence. And what about sentence number three? What's extra there? Do you think you've spotted it? That's right, we don't need the word for coffee in this sentence. And finally, in sentence number four, what's extra in that sentence? That's right, we don't need leon. That's the word for a lion. This is a sentence about a birthday. Now, here are some more sentences, but these birthday sentences have all got a word missing. So pause the video, see if you can work out which word is missing, and then press play when you're ready to check them. Right then, number one says Mi es el 3 de octubre. What's missing there? Compare it to the sentence that you wrote. Have you spotted it? That's right, it needs the word cumpleaños. Mi cumpleaños es el 3 de octubre. And sentence number two, mi cumpleaños el 15 de junio. There's something missing there, isn't there? What needs to come between mi cumpleaños and then the date? That's right, it needs the word es for is, doesn't it? Then number three, mi cumpleaños es el 27 de... What needs to go on the end? That's right, we need a month, don't we? Otherwise, it doesn't tell us when the birthday is. And then number four, mi cumpleaños es el 11 marzo. What do we need to put between the number and the month? That's right, it's missing its de, isn't it? Mi cumpleaños es el 11 de marzo, the 11th of March. Well done if you spotted those. Well done for your hard work today. I hope you've enjoyed finding out how to say the months in Spanish and finding out a bit more about the months and, of course, learning how to say when your birthday is. Adios! See you next time.